All right, so the weekend is over with. Had my little trip to the bay. We're doing our mile a day, right? We're doing our mile a day. I've got my artificial sun in here. It's a colder weather day today. I'm not outside running because the clouds are out. What we're gonna do, instead of walk this mile, is we're gonna try to run it, because instead of running outside, I'm running inside. So we're gonna run it, maybe. So I've been dealing with shin splints. But one thing I wanted to say right off the bat is, first thing I need to Google, I normally run a 9:10, 9:30, 9 o'clock, 9 minute mile pace. What is that on the treadmill? I don't know. Because I don't think a speed 9 is a 9 minute mile. I don't think that's how that works. So 9 minute mile speed on treadmill. Thank God for Google, am I right? Google, who own YouTube, we love Google. I gotta do some core. I haven't done any planks or tightening anything. But if I can keep away from the sugar, which I wasn't yesterday, the body fat that goes down here, some of this stuff, right? And then the very bottom set of abs, hardest to expose, sugar. Sugar and the flours that act like a sugar in your body, the carbohydrates, those things that spike your insulin so much. 6.7 miles an hour on the treadmill. All right, so let's go to a 2 incline. Ain't nobody here, it's just you and me, Nick, just me and me. I just got back from the gym, did a little workout, kind of sore. My artificial sun back there. If I fall or something, it's gonna get me. So it's a good pace. You can just get some sort of rhythm. Just get a rhythm. Especially when you're outside, you can like look around. But if we're here, then maybe I can talk. See, what mile a day videos, the mad videos, the ones that you're on right now, the whole thing was more. I want the next, how do I get to the next level? How do I improve something? How do I get better? How do I get farther? If I feel like I'm doing a lot already, how do I get more? And the answer was so easy, it was that you do more. Do more. You can do it better. You can do it more frequently. Better. No, I erased that. That doesn't mean anything. You can do it more frequently. You can do your exercise with more intensity. Frequency, intensity, the form. In terms of range of motion, you could be accessing more muscle fibers and being more efficient. So we'll call it efficient. In all my experience, it's not necessarily the range of motion that limits your results. And it's not necessarily, the frequency is very important. And then the intensity. That's what I want to build. Every part about me, I want to build on that. It's Nick Push for a reason. So for this mile a day, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on 0.25. That's 1 lap around the track. We're gonna do at least a mile. I like this pace. Now how far I can go doesn't have to do with much else other than my attention span. And with ADHD, I really need distraction. I need caffeine, because that helps your ADHD. I need some sort of, when I'm running with someone, I can run pretty far. My shin splints and my quad on my left side, but it's Monday, so they're feeling a little bit better. So focus, that's the goal. You gotta get in the zone. Sometimes when I'm running, especially outside, like this morning I ran 2 miles, you're focusing on the sound of your shoes hitting the floor. Boom, boom, boom. You could hear it. my goal in the morning is like to go as quiet as possible, especially as I feel my shins, they start to hurt. I'm a heavy guy. I'm 220 right now, 225. Well, the weekend was here, so maybe 227. What did I eat today? Because if you eat bad on the weekend, you should be. That artificial sun behind me is just giving me life. There's no excuses, Nick. There's no excuses. Just do it. Get after it. What standard are you holding for yourself? I used to have a video series. It hasn't gone away. I just haven't done it forever. I'm telling you, someday, I'm gonna wait till I get my money right. Oh, can't tell me that. Kanye, my spirit animal. Wait till I get my money right. Wait till I'm gonna have crews following me around. My life's not gonna be any different. If I won 400 million or some crazy lottery number, it's in my account now. I'm still training. I'm still working out the same frequency. What would change though? Like if we had to act like money wasn't an issue, which is a great way to act if you're in business, because you'll start doing the right things, and the goal is to be able to do what you want, not do what you can. When you're operating in a budget, you make short-term decisions. You make, oftentimes in business. Anyhow, if there's 400 million in my bank, my future plans, the way that I imagine my future, is exactly what would happen if I had 400 million in the bank. There's people following me with cameras. I would go get massages regularly because I would be able to afford it. That I might probably have a private chef. I would never cook again. There'd be videos of this chef teaching me how to cook. Maybe I would cook, but they would teach me. Everything would be taken care of. That's just monotonous, you know? These things really tax my attention span. But a lot of times I'll neglect these things. Intentionally, unintentionally, intentionally. Because I focus on a very few narrow categories in life. I focus on this, I focus on this, I focus on this. The three. Anyway, so if I won a decent amount of money, like that, but the goal is to earn it, I'm gonna be earning it. So I just have to wait. But if it was instant, like tomorrow, I imagine this park that I run at sometimes. This is a specific vision in my head. I think about it all the time. There's this park where I run at, and I've been in many low moments, depressed moments, sad moments, all alone, out there at midnight, on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, all alone. Just really low moments at this park. And I'm out there running, I'm sprinting. I have a video of a sled I created, 10 years ago? Yeah, 10 years ago. That video is on this channel. It's got a decent amount of views, so maybe it'll pull up on your For You recommendation. This space feels great. And the same way I like to run outside, on the treadmill I don't necessarily like it. You know, if I was talking to someone right now and we need a couple more treadmills, that's the idea with this treadmill. I want to have a circle of treadmills. Within the circle is a giant rotating camera, and we just have a big conversation. That could be great. But this pace, it's a decent pace to where I can hold a conversation more or less. You can see if I talk too long, I need to get a breath. But I'm on a 2 incline, 1.5. I think I'm on a 7 speed. I just feel good. I feel good. I can get a mile or 2 in. It's about the sweat. And then, I forget where I was at. The vision that I have is this park, or just a local school that I go run at sometimes. I imagine not changing my schedule one bit. You know, I'm a billionaire now. I got 100 millions in the bank. I can do whatever I want. Money's never an issue. I'm still gonna pull up to those same parks alone, probably. And but I envision the same but I'm driving up in like a Lamborghini, parking it, no one sees me. Just my same routine, but yeah, same principles, same values. The only thing that would change would be the money that's around. That's it. So ultimately my goal is just to get the money right, so not so I can buy things. I don't need anything. I want to be able to have camera people follow me around, want to get a van and a crew of people and do like a traveling run type of thing. You ever hear that? You get like a pair of people, jump out the van. Whether you need if we're going in trails, you can get permission on people's land, like a farmer who has a huge amount of land. And then you drive the rest of the people 5 miles down the way, and you're waiting in the van, talking, warming up. And those two people, two for safety, they're getting done with their run, their 4 or 5 mile run, and they like high five somebody. And the next two start the next leg of the race, right? That could be fun. And you got a van with 10 people, and you're just filming it, you're getting your workout in. You go like, no, I want to go first, or I don't want to go last, or I do want to go last, or just fun. I mean, you're gonna work. Okay, this makes me think of a thought right now. Thoughty. Almost at a mile. I'm gonna go for 2. Yeah, almost at a mile here. The pace is good. I'm set in. You just got to get my quota done. You know, intensity is important, but I know what I have planned for later today. So, in not every moment should I be all out sprinting. There's different energy systems in the body. Low intensity, moderate intensity, sprint type of intensity. These, you got to touch all three of these, and then my workouts later today will account for those heavier. If I did some heavy lifting, I could feel it on my shoulder. So if I was out at some park or something doing all-out sprints, that would really get me. But you got to do a little bit of everything. I prefer to have a main focus, that highest intensity, like heavy weights or sprints. But you got to do a steady. I got to do a steady thing here. Anyway, the thought that I'm thinking of, we're almost there, you guys. We got to go 25 minutes like we always do, right? 25, 30 minutes. I could probably get 2 miles by then, easy. Maybe. We're 12 minutes in. Are we? Yeah, maybe I waited too long to start. Anyhow. The thought. Every morning I wake up. Some mornings are worse than others. But I do not. Ooh, I could run later tonight too, at 8 o'clock. Turn all the lights out. That could be fun. Get the camera. The thought. Come on. Where you at, Nick? Where you at? Every morning I wake up, and some days are worse than others, especially if it's cloudy or I'm really sore, or I get a text from people I work out with in the morning saying they're not going to make it. Man, the pressure, it really pours on. You go, I don't know. And now you get real weak when all your sources of strength, your artificial sources of strength are gone, and it has to rely on your discipline, not your motivation. I'm talking about a moment of time. It doesn't have to be early in the morning, but any time of day after work when you got to go work out and your motivation is gone, you have no motivation. That's some shit beginners have to deal with, motivation. Once you understand, here's the thing that goes in my head every day. There's no motivation, which sounds depressing. I'm not motivated. Maybe I am depressed. But I don't want to go run this morning. It's cold, it's raining. Tomorrow morning I'm going to have this. I already know ahead of time. So I'll have my pills on my nightstand ready, because those can help. Caffeine and whatnot, pre-workouts. But I'm I have no motivation. I really don't want to. All this bullshit, these reasonings start coming out of nowhere. I go, my shins are sore. It's probably helpful if I actually rest a little bit. I could work out later today, it's no big deal. There's no motivation, right? Everybody has this moment, because that's how the percentage of time you're motivated versus not motivated on a pie chart, most of the time you won't be motivated. What kicks in? I gotta get that gone. Come on, buddy. I'm working on it. Come on. It's your discipline. You gotta be disciplined, baby. You gotta be on it. Because the motivation is gonna come and go, and it feels great when it's there. Woo! Let's go, baby. The days where the motivation's gone, you do it regardless. Most of the time, the motivation's gonna be gone. You gotta understand as a beginner, that's how it's gonna work. So, we're doing good. A mile. See if I can talk to you guys, or I can talk to somebody. I have motivational speeches in my ear, which I always listen to when I run. And of course, there's like cinematic music behind me, but I can't hear what they're saying because I'm speaking and I'm running. I can hear that. But the fact that there's noise in my ear, it keeps me attentive. It's hard to explain, but something I have to deal with my whole life. It's very strong, especially when my diet's bad. What was I saying? Yeah, your discipline's got to kick in. So when I wake up in the morning, here's the thought. I go, I don't want to. That's easy thought. That's the first thing you feel. I don't want to. And aren't we blessed? You have a choice. You could just not do it. You have a choice. If there was no choice, there would be no problem. The problem is your choice. So the goal is, how can something inside of you make it? There's no choice. You gotta go. That's called discipline. The problem is your choice. But when I wake up in the morning and I don't want to run, it's 3 a.m. It's raining. Discipline kicks in, but I tell myself, you want to get in shape. This is what we're doing to get in shape. Now you have an option, Nick. You could stop here and not go this morning. And then I ask myself one more question. Is it gonna go away? Your want to get in shape. Because if you're just, somebody ever just, they're like, I don't want to get in shape anymore. I'm just gonna be fat, and like my body will degrade, and I'll gain, and be weaker. I'm just not gonna ever take care of myself again. Is that okay? Like, will your brain and mind and heart allow you to get away with that? No. So I go, I could not run this morning. It's 3 a.m. It's raining. I don't want to rain. I don't want to run. I don't have the motivation. I don't want to do it. I don't have the motivation. I ask myself, okay, you could not do it. That's an option. But I tell myself, if you don't do it and tomorrow comes around, are you still going to want to get in shape? Is it still going to be something that you have to deal with? So the problem's not going to go away. It's probably only going to get worse. It only gets worse when you avoid the problem. You got to attack it. Well, it doesn't matter how you feel. The problem doesn't go away. You might as well keep chipping at it every single day. Every day, chip at it. Keep moving, keep pushing it. We're at 1.5 miles, guys. Another 4 minutes. We'll call it quits, baby. But until then, we're going. I got my sensor on. Let me see. Calories aren't that impressive. So I know when I get home, I'm gonna make some eggs, and I'm gonna have a salad. That's it. Eggs, how many should I have? Ooh. We don't have hard-boiled eggs. I almost always eat hard-boiled eggs. I buy them, I pay extra. Just a little bag. I buy as many bags as they have. I clear the shelves. That's only like 5 or 6 bags. $3 or $4 each. There's a bag of already hard-boiled and already peeled eggs. Super convenient. I always eat a whole bag, so 6 eggs. Sometimes I'll eat a bag and a half or 2 bags. But in my experimentation, if you're gonna eat anything north of 6 to 10 eggs at once, I prefer to spread it out throughout the day, like meals that are six hours apart or something like that. But if I'm having only 6 eggs, but also some hamburgers or whatever, you're really getting your protein in. You gotta take a digestive enzyme. I bought some at the local vitamin shop, and I looked for a specific enzyme that I know in the ingredient list. A specific enzyme that's tasked, it's what your body needs in your stomach, to digest protein. So you're doing more protein than normal. Sometimes you'll get gas or you get discomfort. That's a common thing in the fitness industry. Protein farts, that kind of thing, gas, stomach discomfort. That's normal, or so I thought. But then I started taking this small little pill. It's easy. It's actually just an enzyme that your body needs to break down the protein. So if your body's not ready for a beast mode amount of protein and you want to go beast mode, eat your protein, but just make sure you got that enzyme in there. Ever since doing that, you never have gas. I never have gas. I feel like I digested protein really easy. There's a whole nother video entirely. I've done it briefly, one of the videos, that hard-boiled eggs is the single best, not hard-boiled, but just eggs in general. It's the single best protein source for repairing muscle mass. Some caveats to that, but I found a study posted that hard-boiled eggs digest very quickly, even quicker if you have the amount of enzymes you need. So in my lifestyle, I'll work out, I'll eat, and when I work out, I want to work out on an empty stomach, right? More or less. So if the bulk of my food I'm eating right now at 1 o'clock, 1:30, by the time I'm eating 1:32, it's in my stomach. I want that food to digest quickly. So the food choices are different. I won't eat a steak. I won't have a large hamburger or something. Foods that take a long time to digest, because soy, a bunch of bullshit like that, beans. I try to avoid that. Chipotle, beans, all that. Because I have a workout at 4:30 planned. So it's all planning. However, I feel better when I work out light. Even if I've digested food and haven't eaten in 2-3 hours, if it's a type of food that's not digested yet, or if you haven't been active, you'll digest slower. If you just eat and lay down. I need to tell him my nose is running. We're at 1.8 here. At about 2 miles, we're gonna cut it off. I'm doing good. A little bit of a sweat going here. I love that. And that heat back there is giving me life. Hopefully in some of these videos soon, where I'm running in front of you, I don't have to look at this disgusting. It'll motivate me when I get home. There's some bad foods at my house. I don't have to look at this, because I know how to get that going quick. But you just got to do it. Core, planks, stretching mobility, your lower spine mobility. Got to loosen that up as much as possible so that you can actually use it. Planks, cut out the sugar, eat less. I know what it's like. I know what it takes to tighten up that area. I've proven it many times, and I'm on that tiff right now. I'm ready to go beast mode. You know, I had to take one day off yesterday, and that it'd be like that sometimes, but I'm back at it, boy. I'm on it, and I'm smart about it. It's not about my motivation anymore. It's about the plan. I'm sticking to the plan no matter how I feel. 0.90. So, 1/10 of a mile left. If I was running outside, I would be able to see the race, I don't know, finish line. Not fast, but there's a release I get where you go, I did it. I'm not released like, oh, that was such a great workout. Sometimes it is. Today feels good. But I came into this not wanting to run. The weather's not good outside. Can't run outside. It don't really matter how great the workout is. If you started out thinking, maybe I'll just quit on myself, maybe I won't do it. When I show up and have an average workout, you feel good about it. Because you almost gave up on yourself. And you chose the harder route and you said, no, I'm doing it no matter what. I'm running no matter what. I'm filming this video no matter what. You do the hard thing, you almost always get a better result. 2 miles. Felt pretty good about it. I didn't fall into that artificial sun. And what feels great about working out, I just gotta, I'll be all right. Yeah. 700 calories for the workout. But with my workout later today, now that the running's done, dude, I'm gonna run tonight. Let's go. If I can. Just remember, I'm up again at 3 a.m. or something like that. I just gotta let some of this sweat dry off or drive home with some sweat all over me. In the summertime, which isn't far away, I would just hop in a pool when I get home. Right now I'm gonna hop in the shower,